Hello everyone. How is everyone doing on this fine morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on your time zone? I hope everyone has been having a great Sunday. My Sunday has been pretty chill. Didn't do much, except of course doing the usual stuff here and there. Also, I got my posters and everything now moved over to my actual room because like many months ago I was still I like, if some of you might remember, I was essentially sharing one singular room. That was essentially back then when I couldn't do streams with my mic. But now that I have my own room, I have finally decided I should probably go ahead and get my posters that I bought and put them in actually in my room. So now I have, and now they're essentially right over my bed, which is kind of sick. It was a bit of a hassle getting all of the posters off the wall and then onto my wall, because for some reason my wall is a little bit softer than the ones where I actually like nailed them on. So it was a little bit more trickier to get everything like put in its place, but it worked out in the end, thankfully. And thank you, Nurse, for the good luck. I appreciate it. Let me go ahead and switch over to my one-shot scene. I should probably also join a VC so you all can actually see me.
Joined.
There you go.
Move to streaming.
Ah, there we go. Now it works. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and open up OneShot. I should probably also close the second instance of live split. Didn't mean to do that. Anyway, let me also open up Gnawboard. Turn on the Until Then music in the background. That is not Until Then, that is A Space for the Unbound. My bad. Anyway, now we got the right music. Ah, sick! My PC is at 100% CPU. Alright, it's not at 100% anymore, which is good. Alright, we're not even in the actual Solstice route. We're in the NG... not NG. We're in the... pre-robot, pre-thingy route. We're in the World Machine, any percent route, which we do not want. We want to be an NG+. Thank you very much. There we go. Right, let me... Nope, wrong one. Now I can close that. My auto hotkey for resetting OneShot. There we go. Alrighty. Let me see, everything is in its place. Now border is opened, that's good. Heart rate monitor visible. Yeah, I think we're good to go and do runs. So, I'd say let's begin and see if we can get a better time than a 2017. I am aiming to try and get a 2016. That is what I want to achieve before I finish off NG Plus again and call it quits for that category. Because I, for sure as hell, do not want to do the same thing with NG and MG, where I closely perfect the fuck out of this route, and then every time someone beats my record, I have to go and like let out a sigh of pain, and as I need to try and get the record back for a few frames. I'm still looking at you, Library. I'm still looking at you. Anyways. Oh, that was... I went so fast that I literally, like, my brain could not keep up. Damn. Hold on, give me just a second with the heart rate monitor. Let me tighten up the band a little bit. So it's a little bit... So it's not that much in the way. And can track my heart rate better. Because currently it's not that tight right now. Don't know what happened. But it's not as tight as before. Let me see if it still tracks. So give it just a moment. It might have to reconnect if it doesn't register. So give it just a moment. There it is. Damn. My heart rate is spiking. Jesus Christ. I think I just loosened it again. Yep. God damn it. Give me just a moment. Come on. Where the fuck is the band? There it is. There you go. Alright, let me put it a bit more. Put it in a better position. There we go. Alright, that should be a bit better now. Because it kept sliding down once I tried to move it. Actually, never mind. It's still loose. God damn it. Fucking hell. I can never find a good fucking position for this thing, dude. I swear to God. Let's see. Is it tracking? Yes, it is. Perfect. Right, now hopefully it should be good. Jesus Christ. That shit took like way too fucking long. Alrighty, anyway, I think we can go ahead and continue now. Damn, 90% reset chance. I just looked at my life split. Fuck it hell. Nah. I messed up the double finger method. Oh, damn. I did it again, where I accidentally went too fast. My brain couldn't, like, keep up. How the fuck do I keep doing that all of a sudden? I mean, it does work. It's extremely unreliable, and I don't know how the fuck I managed to do that. Anyways. I mean, it was something. SPLR, wow. Somstus. I gotta get used to typing source again. Yeah, something similar like that. Something close to that. Alrighty. Oh, damn. I thought I didn't get it. Like it felt wrong, and so I thought I went to like the K or the M. But no, I actually did get the S. Damn, the L. That's actually kind of surprising. Nah, no. I went like the double method kind of thingy. And then I kind of fucked it. Nah. I noticed the P and I was like, nah, nope, that's not it. I mean, that's what you get for not having typed sources in a while. Nah. That wasn't it. The percentage of how many reset chances I have are just... they're just going higher up and up, dude. Nah, fucking hell. 90.24%, Jesus Christ. Oh, that could have been a 16. That could have been a fucking 16 solstice. Fucking hell. Imagine, dude. That would have been 6. Fuck. Nope. TP. I apparently teleported. According to what I... according to when I try to type solstice. Oh. That was nasty all the way till I went to the SDNI and fucked it. Afterwards it was only a disaster. But damn, that was nasty as fuck. And why do I feel lightheaded all of a sudden? What the fuck? That was weird. Give me just a slight moment to calm down a bit. I just felt very lightheaded for a moment. I don't know why. That was weird. Well, let's hope it doesn't happen again. Nope. SNLST. Yep. That's how you type solstice. Also, hi Ethan. I hope your day's been going well. Give me just a moment. I need to configure the strap again for the heart rate monitor. It's starting to dig into my fucking like back again. I've tightened it up way too much. Fucking hell, does it hurt? Give me just a moment. Fucking hell. Damn. Okay, I think... Give me just a moment. Fucking hell. That shit hurt my back. Like, that was really tight on my back. Maybe just a little bit loose. More looser. There we go. I think that should be good now. That shit was really digging into my back and that, like, hurt. Who knows? Maybe that was the reason why I was, like, feeling very lightheaded for, like, a short moment. Well, I hope it wasn't that reason. Anyways. Yeah, be careful with that. Yeah. I definitely need to be more careful and find like a good configuration for the strap. So it doesn't like so that I don't have to often, during the stream, have to configure the strap. Like, I just need to find a good, like good, like tightened, like... I just need to find, like, a good configuration, I guess. So that I don't have to constantly, like, configure it mid-stream. Because mid-stream, oftentimes I either make it too tight or too loose. And then it takes at least, like, 10 minutes to go and configure the thing. Which, you know, is precious time loss for trying to get a better personal best or world record. And I TP'd again. I teleported. I typed TP. Damn. Never thought heart rate monitors would be the core set of the new age. Soccer. I guess we're playing football now. Or as the British people would like to call it, soccer. Is it the British people or was it America? I think it was Britain that calls it soccer. I could be wrong though. Americans say soccer? Oh! I thought it was Britain that said soccer. Well, you learn something new every day. Nah. Hold on, give me just a second. I need to replace my empty water bottle. I often keep like multiple water bottles in my room, and oftentimes when one of them is like... Okay, so I have at least 3 water bottles inside my room. One that is on my desk, and 2 which are under my piano. And every time one of them is like empty, I put them next to my shelf because the shelf is like right next to my desk. And then I just like slide a few inches to my piano and then go down to grab my water bottle, the next water bottle, and just drink the next water bottle dry. It's funny because apparently we only say that because Britain used to, but now they make fun of us for still using it. I mean, hey, look at us from Germany. We call soccer Fußball, which is essentially calling it football. And then we call the other football, which is the... What do they call it still football? Like the one with the like the one Super Bowl football kind of one. Like the Super Bowl football, like we call that rugby. I don't know how we got to rugby, but we call it rugby now in Germany. Isn't that what Britain also says for that that different football? The one that's rugby adjacent? Gotcha. Alright, that's the first water bottle down. On to grab the second one. There it is. But yeah, that's interesting. I guess I kind of like mix it up oftentimes. It's the same with like languages in general. I often just say stuff which are either the British definition, or I say things which are the American definition. And I constantly mix those up. But not the American definition for chips and fries. I do not mix those up. Hell no. Like, I am not gonna call my chips fucking crisps. Like, fuck that shit. Absolutely not. I would rather call it actually chips than crispy crunchy, like that one meme. The crispy crunchy is like humbly jumbly, like Queen's Delights. Like, I'm not gonna call it that. The Undertale chips? They are Undertale chips? 2. Undertale chips to where? I'm in a sentence. Wow. I'm in a sentence out of that. Oh wait, they're Undertale chips? Like, you mean like chips like the... I get confused oftentimes with which chips. In Undertale they call potato... Oh, they call potato chips in Undertale chisps. Like a combo between chips and crisps. Oh! They call it that? I never realized. That's actually kind of neat. That's kind of a neat fun fact. I never knew that. Huh. Went too far. But yeah, that's something that I did not know of. It's kind of neat. Little fun fact. And another thing I've learned today. Nope. Instead of getting the S, I went to the K. And each and every time I fuck up typing sources, our reset chance goes up. We went from 90% to now almost at 91%. Fucking hell. Can I get one, please, that actually gets the E? Damn, that's what I want to get. Like, Jesus Christ. I keep messing up the last, like, E, dude. Like, come on. Like, it's not that difficult. Nope, Soul's Thirst. I don't think that's even a word at all. Also, hi, Finn! I hope your day's been going well. Let me know if I'm being distracting. Oh, no, not at all. You're not distracting at all. Like, you can talk and chat. And, like, I'm still gonna go and interact with you. Like, you're not, like, distracting at all. Like, feel free to chat as much as you like. I probably shouldn't drink while the timer is counting down of when I have to press my auto mash button. I was literally taking a sip and then I realized, oh wait, I'm not gonna be fast enough to close the lid and then press my auto mash button. I'm an idiot. Nope. Oh boy. I'm surprised we managed to even like beat our old world record last week. Seeing how I can't even get past typing solstice now today. Huh? Wasn't I at the E? I guess I might have fucked it up. I don't know. But damn, we haven't even gotten out of house yet and it's also half an hour. But yeah, I hope everyone... damn. I really can't talk today. I hope everyone's day's been going well. I can't wait for next week to like start doing like practice for the... new speedrunning game that I want to do. Which will be revealed at the end of this stream. So be sure to stay until the end, because if some of you haven't seen my schedule yet, next week I will be speedrunning a new game, or at least doing practice for the new game until Sunday, where I will then attempt it doing Sunday run day. See Master T's confirmed. Well, maybe I'm a little bit of a teaser, you know. But yeah, during Friday I've already uploaded my schedule, or at least revealed my schedule, where I've hidden the name of the actual game which I will be practicing for most of the next week until Sunday run day. And during today's stream, I will post the schedule with the actual game I'll be speedrunning next week, where that game will be revealed. And also at the end of the stream, where I will reveal what game will be speedrun next week. And as some of you might have noticed on my schedule, it's gonna be a pretty long speedrun. How the fuck did I press my down button? But yeah, as some of you might have seen on my schedule, it's gonna be a very long speedrun. In fact, it is a speedrun which, currently on the leaderboard, the only run submitted so far, is a run of 3 hours and 11 minutes. But that run does not use an auto mash button. For some reason, the two speedruns that I've seen, one on YouTube and one on speedrun.com, both do not use the auto mash button. Which is surprising because the game does contain an auto mash button, which you get like right from the start. Like, if you boot up the game now after you've like bought it today, and you start the game and hold down your your left control button, you already have an auto mash button. So it seems like the two people that have speedrun it so far have not realized that yet, and so I've done a little bit of the testing here, offline, and checked for the first split, which is roughly 8 to 9 minutes. And during those 9 minutes, the current record on the leaderboard was 8:55 for the first split, and I had a 8:05 splitting for that one split. And when I like added that up, I essentially saved over 10% of just those 8-9 minutes alone. Also, hi Laberry, I hope your day's been going well. Are you in? Absolutely not. I'm stuck in I'm stuck in the house. I can't type Solstice. I have lost the ability to type Solstice again. But yeah, so I essentially saved over 10% of the entire run. And if all of the splits were roughly 8 minutes, which they're not, they're like 10-15 minute splits, that would accumulate to over 19 minutes, which I would be able to save. Which would be a sub 3 hour run if I do that. So that's gonna be very easy to get. Of course, I will have to do a ton of practice. Finally, one that actually typed Solstice correctly. I've tried getting past the house, hope this helps. Thank you for the help, I appreciate it a lot. I see what you mean now. I think I'm doing it correctly. Ah yes, thank you, lag. Oh yeah, fucking lovely. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. I get a run that actually types Solstice good, or actually typed Solstice correctly, and I just get lag spiked the hell out of the fucking run. Come on, man. The one time I typed Solstice correctly and you just fuck me right over. Like, come on. I didn't even fucking do anything yet. But yeah, that would accumulate to 19, almost 20 minutes. if all of the splits were 8-minute splits. And so I would easily be able to get both the world record and a sub 3-hour run if I do all of those things. If I do, of course, do everything correctly. Which is going to be quite a lot to learn. And there isn't really a guide for it, so I just have to make one on my own. And then hope for the best on Sunday. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. But it should be manageable. I mean, I have speedrun like Undertale, like a long time ago, where I have a run of over 2 hours. Don't ask me how I managed to survive for 2 hours straight doing a speedrun of Undertale. Just don't. Just don't ask. Bro, my house was like 134.4. You don't need a good house in this category. I mean, maybe. Who knows? I mean, you saw with an animating Q that he got close. And I don't think he had a really good house either. I think. I need to check the run again. Like, what house did an animating Cuba get? Because, of course, he was quite literally only a few frames, like, behind my old world record time. So, like, he still has the potential of getting the world record. If he types Solstice fast enough and mashes fast enough, because I did watch the end of his run and I noticed that he, from the looks of it, he only does it with one finger, mashing the end, like the ending choices, which lost him a ton of time. So like if he does it with both hands like everyone else does, he can easily like he can already like save half, like 500, 600 milliseconds. Because he did lose like 600 milliseconds because of that. Also, he bumped it to silver at the credits room. But that's not too much of a time loss, I think. Maybe like 200, 300 milliseconds. So he lost like 300 milliseconds because of slow like choices. So just by that, he can already save half a second, and he would be closer. I think an animating Cuba is a he, right? Anyway, while we're here, let me go ahead and actually check the run from an animating Cuba to see what house he got. He had a 133.767, so he was only a second slower by that. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Not that bad of a house. That's actually not a bad house he got. Damn. I should probably practice a little bit on typing Solstice so I don't waste over 15 seconds each and every time trying to type Solstice, excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna open up the save utility and I'm gonna go and practice typing Solstice. Because my god, am I wasting so much time. I'm wasting so much fucking time on each and every run because of that shit. Like, goddamn. I should just fucking pull out a practice save and just practice typing Solstice there. Where's the Solstice 1 split? There it is. Damn, the fuck did I just do? I'm gonna try to do 3 in a row. If I can get 3 in a row, then we're gonna count as it being good enough to continue doing runs again. That's 1. Yeah, I'm gonna count it as only half. Nope. Which button did I press? I went into George Farm. I went into the library by accident. My bad. Jesus Christ. If I do 10 more in a row wrong, we're just gonna go ahead and switch to any percent. Because fucking hell. Ain't no way I've lost like 40 minutes of stream time now. Because of that bullshit. That's 1. That's 1 successor. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. God damn it. I was kind of hoping I would fuck up 10 times in a row so I can switch categories. Yeah. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And last one. Yep. We are switching to 20%. Fuck this shit. I am so fucking done, dude. Fuck this shit, man. Couldn't give 2 flying fucks anymore about this. God damn it. Fucking hell. Anyway. We are doing 80% now. I can't give a shit about NG Plus anymore. I am not pulling another like 2-hour house stream again. Fuck that shit. I'm switching over to 80% and I do not give a shit. We're gonna do a no reset 80%. Fuck this. Five, 8, 3, 1. Ah, decent. Not too bad. The typing is crazy. Typing Solstice is fucking insane. And it is, of course, the one thing that is the most painful about NG+. Because not only do you have to type it once, you have to type it twice. And that, like, doing the, like, almost 3/4 of the way through the run. So if you fuck up typing Solstice, you have to completely reset a like 15-16 minute attempt. That was way too early. But it still worked out. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do a no reset. I'm not even close to world record at all. So I couldn't even care. And I haven't done any percent in ages. So I'm just doing a no reset. Just to see what kind of time I can get. And we're gonna go and compare against our average. Just why not? Hello there, Pepper Boob. I hope your day's been going well. Alright, we have to go upwards. First. I don't even remember, like, most of the Baron's route. Like, I remember most of Glen and Refuge, but Baron's is, like, completely, like, lost to me. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? We're just gonna ignore that. The fuck? The entrance. No, the docks. We're just gonna pretend like nothing ever happened. Either way, it's gonna be a no reset. So it doesn't even matter how many mistakes I do. As long as I just get like a run done. That is all I fucking care about. Let's see if I even like still remember like most of the route. Because as of right now, I certainly do not. Of course, do a little fast travel. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. God damn it. Nice. Still got it. Doing nice. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I've been moving my posters from my old room now to my new current room. Which is one good thing that I've done. But it was a massive pain in the ass if I do say so myself. Like trying to hang them up on the wall was a pain in the ass. Oh wait, I'm stupid. Now I have to. Yeah, right. There we go. What posters? It's posters of, hold on, let me just look at it again. It's posters from, some of the shows from, where the fuck am I? It's some from the shows of Glitch Productions, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 3. Like Murder Drones, Sunset Paradise, the season finale poster of Murder Drones, and one of the posters from one of the SMG4 movies. Of course, all of them signed. Just because I like having the signed posters, because it just looks extremely neat. Where the fuck did I just go? I'm stupid. I think I go back to the dormitories now. Yeah, I go back to the dormitories, right? Damn, I really gotta remember how the fuck the route goes. Like, my god. But yeah, of course, all of them are signed, so they were a little bit more expensive. But extremely worth it. Like, the quality is so high. Like, it's so high quality. Like, damn, it's really fucking good. Right, I do this, then I do that. 1 to 3 to the old factory. Right. Yeah. Then I get this. Get the gloves. Come on. Yeah, got it. There we go. I am completely out of the loop on how the run, on how like the route actually goes. Fuck no. But yeah, so I was putting my posters from my old room into my new room, which was a bit of a hassle, but they look extremely nice now because they are all actually in one singular row. Not like in my old room where they were like completely scattered around. And of course, practicing a little piano as usual. Just afterwards, the same things. But still a pretty good day. Still a pretty good day. We're gonna ignore the 35 seconds of complete time loss. You are seeing nothing. The only thing you see are green splits. You don't have to look at previous segments or anything below. Just don't look. just don't look. Okay, so let's see. Do I still remember how most of the run goes afterwards? Do I still remember how to do the fucking, like, way to free a Lula? Oh gosh, do I still... Oh god. How does that puzzle go again? How do you free a Lula again? Oh god, that's gonna be pain. Ooh, nice. Hell yeah. We got lucky with the robot, not just moving out of our way, like right before we went to him. That was very lucky. There we go. I gotta like look over to my third monitor, because on my third monitor is OBS, and even though there's a little bit of lag on the third monitor, it's so much easier to see like everything that's in the dark. And like fucking hell, I desperately need to see shit in the dark, especially with like how dark everything is now without the sun. Like you can barely see shit. Okay, how does this wanna go again? I think it was like this. Yeah, you still got it. Hell yeah. Also, look who is playing 100% orange juice. Who could have guessed that Muty is playing 100% orange juice? For those who don't know, Muty is another person in the OneShot speedrunning community, and recently they have been completely obsessed with the game 100% orange juice. To the point where when they first started playing it, they had 23 0.9 hours out of 24 total hours played. So yeah, they are pretty obsessed with the game right now. And even some of the other people in the one-shot community got obsessed because of it. Because of some of the other ones playing the game. Oh right, no, wait. I have to go bring a Lula back first. We don't do the trading yet. We bring a Lula back and then we do the trading. Forgot about that. But yeah, some of us in the one-shot community have also gotten obsessed playing 100% orange juice after, I think it was Caxium and Oxy introduced the game to Muti, and then Muti introduced it to Laberry, I think. He hasn't played it as much as the other ones. And then afterwards, Muti got me obsessed on the game for a little bit. But of course, I also haven't played as much as Muti. But a few of us have started playing it now because of Muti and Caxium and Oxy, like, introducing the game to us. And I do have to say, 100% orange juice is pretty fun and extremely cheap. Of course, I had the game, like, way earlier, but never touched it. Because I just saw it once being free inside of the Steam store. And was like, ooh, free game? Sure, I'll take it. Oh. Goddammit. And then I go to the gate, right? There we go. Now I got everything correctly. But yeah, so I had the game way earlier because it was on sale and was like free for a little bit. But I never touched it until Muti like introduced the game to me. But even as like a game that is like but even though I got the game for free, like back then, even as like a $1 game, it's a pretty good game, not gonna lie. We're also gonna ignore the 20 seconds of time loss. You guys aren't seeing anything. The green minus stands for how much time I was behind, so I'm currently getting... I'm starting to be slowly getting faster than my actual record. Trust. That's what it actually means. Just trust me on this. Ah, it's right here. Nope. I was one tile too far down. My bad. At least not too much of a difference. Right, you go out of the room. And then... Right, you do this. god, the new route is so confusing. Like, I'm still used to the old route of just getting everything, and then when I get the magnets from the fridge, then I go ahead and do the combining. But for the new route, it's so much more different and like so much weirder to do. Like, Jesus Christ, my brain hurts. It's like you don't do the combining of everything right here, but instead you go out of the room first and then you start combining all of the things together. Which I don't get how that is any different. But I mean it works, I guess. It's apparently faster, so I'm just gonna go with it. And I for sure as hell am not gonna go ahead and like deny any claims of it being faster or slower. That's 2. That's 3. Yeah. Alrighty, I gotta remember we can do kip skip. This is not glitchless. Because sometimes, because I have been so like focused on the NMG routes with NG plus, I constantly do the mistake of then going into a glitch route and then accidentally doing like stuff that is glitchless. Which, you know, would lose a ton of time during a glitch run. Yeah, George 4. I think George 4 is the slowest now. Which George is the slowest for any percent? I know that I think it was George 1, which was the fastest, and George 5 was the slowest for NG plus. If I remember correctly. Or was it George 4? It was George 1 the fastest, and right, it was George 4 which was the slowest for NG plus. But which one was the slowest for any percent? I assume it was just... I assume for any percent it's still George 3? At least that's what I assume. Could be wrong. Don't know. Anyway. Hey, nice movement. Though very far away from the door, so not very nice ING movement for George. I got it. Yeah. Went too far to the left. Sorry, Nico, but we do not have time to go ahead and give you some pancakes. We need to go and bring the sun back to the tower. We can give you pancakes during all achievements, if you'd like, but not now, Nico. Oh yeah, great, thanks. You know what you should do? What should I do? I am very interested to what you're gonna say. Also, I just noticed my timer is almost perfectly synced with my like the hold on. My brain is like doing something. I went too far. Damn. You know what I should do? Hydrate. Good idea. I probably should. Once the game automatically closes, we're gonna go ahead and do a little hydrate break. Perfect. Alrighty, let's do a little hydrate break, and in the meantime, I'm also gonna open up the Clover program. Because I also need to have that opened to continue to run. But hey, I didn't lose that much in the lower refuge, surprisingly. Let me go ahead and also turn off the music for this. Just because I like the music in the background. The music in the background is a custom song that I added, which is a song from the anime series Assassination Classroom. It's a very great anime. I definitely go ahead and recommend you to check it out, if you are able to. Certainly one of my more favorite animes that I've watched in a while. Which is also one of the first animes which has actually made me actually cry once. God damn it. I fucked up. God damn it. But yeah, I definitely recommend you watch Assassination Classroom. It's a very good anime. I also need to rewatch it, because it has been ages since I actually watched the anime. But I do recommend you give it a shot. I think it's on Netflix if I remember. I could be wrong though. So if you have like a Netflix subscription, definitely recommend you watch Assassination Classroom. Oh, what the fuck happened here? Nah. Yikes. Anyway, we're just gonna ignore all of that. We are nearing the end of this little run. Of this no reset run. And we get a time of 24:10. Not bad. We saved 2 seconds compared to our average. Huh. Not bad. Compared to our sum of best, we did not save time at all. And same goes for our PB. But either way, still a pretty decent run. Like, if this was like a beginner speedrunner, like getting a 24:10, like this would be a very good run. Like, this would put an average speedrunner like at the top 40, almost top 35. And considering that my first ever speedrun was so horrendous that I was almost last place, that is definitely a better achievement than me. Let me check. What was my worst speedrun that I ever submitted? My first ever run that I submitted. My first ever run that I submitted was a 2850 3 years ago, which landed me in 71st place, which is almost 10 places behind last place. So if you get anything like a 24 in any percent glitch, that is still a better achievement than if you would have than me doing my first ever speedrun. Anyway, pretty decent, not gonna lie. Of course, major mistakes. But you know, for a no reset run and after thousands of like times which I haven't touched any percent again, it's not too bad. It's not too bad in my eyes. Anyway, we still have at least time for one more shot.
7 through the remakes and Kingdom Hearts.
What the fuck? I accidentally started a video. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to continue my playlist. Come on, man. Okay, anyways. We're just gonna go ahead and ignore what... we're just gonna ignore whatever just, like, opened up in the background. Or, like, the audio that was just turned on in the background. We're gonna do one more small little hydrant before continuing with the next no reset run. Now that we at least know a little bit on where we need to go. Shouldn't be too much of an issue now. And at least we should be getting at least a little bit of a better time. And I already forgot about the fucking... like the guides that open up. Me when trying to get this to stream manager. Bleh, I can't talk. Hold on, give me a second. 845. That was one of the weirdest ways I've ever inputted a code like this. What the fuck? I mean, it worked, but like, damn. That was not how I intended to do that. My bad. I mean, it did look kind of sick though. Not in a sick way of like, damn, that was pretty cool. But like, sick of like, what the fuck was that? Me when trying to get to stream manager and suddenly stream is playing over top of stream. Yep. I know that from somewhere. I'm just saying. My Space Vanilla Unbound playthrough where after my premiere of the Sound of Sheep interview played, it started playing my own stream over the actual like premiere after the premiere ended. So yeah, that was kind of fun. And the same thing also happened during the premiere of the Lady Zero Dark interview, where because I had it like up in like the top and like the bottom right screen or somewhere, it after the premiere ended, it started overlapping on it started auto playing my own stream. So that was also pretty fun for a little bit. I don't even know what did I stream during that time when the premiere happened. I think it might have just been speedruns. I could be completely wrong though. I already don't know what I streamed during the premiere. Fucking hell. That's not what I wanted to do. God damn it. Oh my god. As long as what the fuck? As long as I don't do the mistake that I did quite literally a few seconds ago. Not a few seconds ago. Last run, we should be good. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. That's good. I always do it under the minecart so that in case I do kind of fuck up the menuing, I don't actually accidentally go down one tile and at least don't lose quite literally like 50 to 60 milliseconds because of pure stupidity. But sometimes I still lose time because I'm an idiot. I already forgot how to do fast travel menus for the second half. I'm gonna be so lost. Was it 3 up or 3 down? I already forgot. I already forgot. This is bad. Well, I guess it's just gonna be left to trial and error. At least I still got this down. The menu, the combining thingies for the battery. At least I still got this down, which is one of the more combining item sections which look cool. That is a horrendous code. Yikes. 39294. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you disgust me. Just go down to the docks, right? Yeah. There we go. God damn it. I keep fucking up the most easiest things during the speedrun. It was 3 up. I'm an idiot. It was 3 up. Yeah, I have not learned the fast traveling routes at all. Even after that previous attempt, I still don't know if I need to go 3 up or 3 down. For this one, I go 3 down. I got it. Alright, now we pull off another one. Hey, nice. Actually, pretty clean. You love to see it. Nah, Sag, didn't get it. No, you disgust me. It's 3 up and then 3 down. As you can see, I have not learned from my mistakes. I still fuck up. Each and every fucking time. Damn. At least we didn't lose that much time compared to the previous run. I don't know how you remember half of this, so I'm very impressed. Thank you. I mean, you're gonna have to see me try to remember over 3 hours of like how to speedrun the game that I'm gonna be speedrunning next week. So that's gonna be very much of a pain. Especially because there's so much, like one shot is at least like 24-25 minutes in at least on average during a speedrun. Oh shit, I actually got the fast travel menu. But yeah, like one shot has at least a few like puzzles here and there, and it's 25 minutes. The game that I'm gonna be speedrunning next week, or I'm gonna be practicing to speedrun next week, has like I think double, I would say, the amount of like puzzles. Could be wrong though, but it's got a lot of stuff you need to do. And during one of the sections you have to do math, which I'm just gonna pull up a fucking like note. I'm just gonna have a note open with all of the stuff that I need to remember. Which I'm also gonna have to make on stream. So that's gonna be also a pain in the ass. And it's 3 hours. It is quite literally quadruple the amount of time I usually do for one shot. So, yeah. What the fuck? Where the hell am I going? Where the hell am I going? I have to... What the fuck? I have to go and save a Luna. I'm an idiot. Wow. Wow, I'm fucking stupid. No, that was correct. Yeah, nah. Nope. I fucking alulaed myself. Like, goddamn. That was so horrendous. See, that's too much. Absolutely too much, I know. I absolutely know it's gonna be too much to fucking, like, remember. So that's why I'm gonna have to make a fucking, notepad section thingy to, like, remember most of the shit. Right, I have to go to the forest. Yeah, if I fuck up, I usually call it that I got a Lulad. And if I got it correctly, like if I made it like look like almost flawlessly, then I call it bird bath. I think most of the community calls it bird bath, but I think I'm the only one who calls fucking up that section a Lulad. Could be wrong though. But it is funny once in a while to hear someone say that they got a Lulad on. Because it sounds so, like, stupid out of context. Wait, am I stupid? Oh. I forgot to do the RAM puzzle. I forgot to do the RAM puzzle. Wow, I'm stupid. I forgot to do the RAM puzzle that you have to do. Oh, fuck. Well, we're just gonna ignore all that happened just then. We still have time for one more run. We still have time for one more run. So we're gonna do one more run. We're just gonna pretend like nothing ever happened. We're just gonna pretend that we finished the previous like first run, and we're just now starting off with the second last run. We're just gonna pretend nothing ever happened. Just pretend like nothing happened, alright? You didn't see anything. Like, what kind of second run are you talking about? This is the second run. Like, come on. Like, what are you talking about, man? I am in Solstice. That was the wrong reset button. My bad. Oh, god damn it. I'm glad I'm not the only one who has a bunch of notebooks for games. What the fuck? 4786. 4786. I think I just got the worst, like, house code known to man. What the fuck? At least I still got most of the other things which I need to do, which are usually easy. I think I got it. I don't know. I got it. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Damn. Damn. $43. Damn. My average is starting to just go lower and lower, which is sad. But also kind of good, if I do think about it now. Now that I think about it, it's actually not that bad. What the fuck am I doing? I think my brain is getting in a fucking like brain fart, like a brain aneurysm right now. At least it still does most of the things correctly, which is good. As long as I still remember things like having to press up 4 times here, down 2 there, and then 1 up there, we're all good. I say as I completely press the wrong way to fast travel. Forget everything I said about I'll be good if I still remember the 4 up, 2 down, and 1 up thingy. I already forgot the fast travel sections. Fuck no. Oh, yikes. Nah, Satch. Let's see, what time is it even? I haven't checked my, like, clock in a while. It is 21:28, damn. Almost 9:30. Jesus Christ. Now to the satisfying combinations. Yeah, look at that. You can never get that, like, combinations, like, small combination section wrong. It's just too satisfying to get it wrong. If you get that combination section wrong, death sentence. You do not exist anymore. And if you get it correctly, you get everything in the world. 1, 5, 1, 2, 2. Ah, not too bad. Not too bad of a code, not gonna lie. Could be a little bit better, of course, if I would have gotten like a few zeros, or at least not had that 5 and 3. But overall, it's still a pretty good code, not gonna lie. Like, how many inputs is that? I gotta like check afterwards. 3 up. I remembered it this time. Hell yeah. This time I did not fuck up the fast traveling. It's funny how I don't fuck up the most important fast travels now, while I fuck up the most easiest and most easily rememberable Jesus Christ. Words. Most memorable fast travels. Hey, nice, got that. I'm starting to get the hang of it again. What the fuck did I just do? Ugh. That was nasty, brother. Holy shit. What the fuck? I think both me and the game just had a brain aneurysm. What the fuck did I just pull off? The fuck was that? 3 up. Nice. Hey, not bad. If I do say so myself. That was pretty good. Cutscene at 7 minutes 40 seconds is not that bad. That's actually pretty fast. At least compared to the average time, it's pretty good. Most likely not compared against our PB though. Which I'm not gonna be checking. Anyways. Ten more runs. I wish we could do 10 more runs. Hey, nice, perfect timing. We didn't bump into the wall. Hey, nice. I got the fast travel menu again. The transition menu, the trans menu. Hell yeah. Sick. I don't know how I managed to do that again. For the second time in a row. But it worked. Was it even the second time? It might have been the third time. Oh, nice. And good robot RNG. You'd love to see that. Damn. It's actually not that bad of a run. I thought it was gonna get even worse, but no. So far, that was pretty good. Yep, perfect. Alright, we gotta remember to get a Lula and then do the ram puzzle. And not forget. Do not forget about the ram puzzle. Fucking hell. We do not want to waste another 10 minutes. Like, that would be horrible. Anyway, can we get bird bath? Hell yeah! Bird bath! We got a bird bath. You love to see it. Hell yeah, bird bath. Bird bath all the fucking way. That was a clean bird bath, actually. Damn! And that, even though we haven't, like, touched any percent in a while, we got a really smooth bird bath. Like, damn. Alright. Okay, let's not forget. We gotta do the ram puzzle. Do not forget the ram puzzle. Can you move? Oh, you despise me. I despise you. Nice. And I didn't forget to open up the menu. Forest. So far, not too bad. Not too shabby of a run. Alright, time to look at my third monitor again to see the dark spots better. Because I do not want to run into a wall or one of the vines. I should probably turn up the blues on my main monitor so I can actually see like the dark spots better. And I don't have to look at my third monitor for it afterwards. Or like during it. Which, you know, is much more convenient. Than constantly needing to look at my third monitor. Two up. And two down. There we go. Not too bad. Small menuing. Small, like, item mistake right there. But nothing too major. From the looks of it, it was nothing too major which we messed up on during Glen. So it's gonna be a bit more time save, actually. Oh yeah, quite a massive time save actually. 7.77 seconds of total time save. Hell yeah. And here I thought that this run is going to be like horrible. It actually isn't. Excuse me. And hey, we didn't go down an extra tile by accident. Excuse me. I should probably stop eating before I do a stream. Because I constantly like accidentally like do that shit mid-stream. Which, you know, is not really something people want to listen to during a speedrun. Anyway, the menuing or the item combination thingy is gonna be confusing again. Especially because I already forgot how I need to combine the items again. So that's gonna be fun. Wrong button. Yeah, not too much time loss, but still a pretty decently big time loss. I almost pressed the wrong button. I wanted to I wanted to do confirm, but then I realized, wait, I have to go and spam my I have to go and press my item sell button. Oh, you disgust me. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever done in my entire life. Yuck. Ew. 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 That was absolutely horrendous. That was so disgusting. That was so absolutely horrendously disgusting. I'm gonna have to go and delete the VOD now. I'm joking, I'm not gonna delete the VOD. But damn, that was so fucking nasty. That was so disgusting. Like, that was such an easy... That was so easy to, like, not do. That was such an easily avoidable mistake. Fucking hell. Hold on, give me just a second. Are there any games that can't be speedrun? Good question. That's a good question. Would there be any game that is not able to be speedrun? I personally would say no, there wouldn't be. Tetris maybe? I think people have speedrun Tetris. At least I think so. I could be wrong. But I think there have been people who have done a Tetris speedrun. But yeah, I believe there isn't really a game that could not be speedrun. Because if you just have a timer opened and say, if I start here, I have to start my run and end it once I get to, like, I don't know, the credits or anything, like, it can then be, like, called a speedrun. Like, essentially anything can be counted as a speedrun as long as you have a timer on the screen. So yeah, personally I would say there isn't really a game that could not be speedrun. It's just a matter of, is anyone going to be going to do a speedrun of it at some point? That was the wrong button. Also, hi in Jesus Christ. Also, hi in animating Cuba. I hope your day's been going well. Gave up NG+. Yeah, I was stuck trying to type solstice in the house for half an hour. And then I said, if I'm gonna fuck up 10 times more, I'm gonna just go to any %, and I fucked up 10 times in a row. So I just switched over from NG+ to any %. Because I couldn't give any flying fucks anymore for NG+. It's so horrendously bad. I'm wondering if there are speedruns for Dark Cloud series. Potentially. 2, 3, 4. I mean, maybe someone could have done a speedrun of it. But of course, if there isn't one, you could be the first one to do so. All you just really need to do is just have a timer open, like LiveSplit. You just need to have a timer open, like LiveSplit. And then do a run. No matter how long it's gonna be, it's a speedrun. It doesn't really matter if the run is gonna be like 50 hours long or something. Like, if you finish the run, it's a speedrun. So you could be like the first ever person to like speedrun a game. Because of course there are games which have not gotten a speedrun yet. Or that no one has speedrun yet. And so it's always like a matter of time of like, who is gonna be the first one to do a speedrun of said game. I couldn't do any %NG, any NG plus for like a week because of, hold on, give me a second. Then those two doors. Bottom door. Just give me one more moment. I'm gonna I'll read chat in a second. Just give me 1 second. Let's see, can I do a good solstice? Can I do a good light bulb? Time to find out. Yuck! Nope. That was absolutely horrendously disgusting. But I still saved almost 3 seconds compared to my average, which is crazy. Anyway, couldn't do any NG plus for like a week because if I went to a Boy Scout camp, my solstice is probably too slow for me to get world record anyways. I probably wouldn't say so. I mean, what was your solstice again? I think it was 133, right? I think you had a 133 solstice, if I remember correctly. And compared to, like, my One, it's only like, I think it's only a second difference. But I mean, of course, like, yeah, it is a big deal breaker that, like, typing solstice a second slower is, like, really slow. Like, would be bad. I like high 17s. What kind of, how specifically do you type solstice? Do you, like, go all the way to, like, the right to type solstice, or do you do the C strat with the up, left, and then down cell? What the fuck am I doing? I forgot to hold my mash button. How the fuck is that a gold? What the fuck? How the fuck did I get a gold for the last section of tower? The fuck? Do C strat? Ah, okay. Well, I mean, even for like high 17s, it's still pretty good. Like a high 17 is not that bad. Though, one thing I did see during the end of the run is the, like, choices during the end are a little bit slow. Like, for the choices, do you, like, do it with one finger only, or do you do the double finger method? Because if you do it with one finger, it is slower than doing it with two. I bought a mechanical keyboard recently, so I can stop using my laptop's keyboard, so that might help. I use one finger. Yeah, okay, one finger. So, yeah, so, okay, so you said you got a mechanical keyboard. Yeah, so for the mashing, because I see you have left control for auto mash, essentially what I would recommend is you would have either the ring finger or your pinky finger on the control key, and then during it you have your left index finger on the upper left of your Z key and your right index finger on the lower right side of your Z key, so that you can press your left index finger into the button, and then during the release you can press with your right index finger, and that way you can much faster, like, mash through most of the confirmed stuff. Of course, it is a little bit more difficult because if I see it correctly, control is a little bit lower than Y, the Z, and I have my, like, mash set to the C button. Like, for example, okay, let me open up Norbert again. It's like, for example, like, you have yours set to the control key, and so it's a little bit difficult to actually press it faster. But it is still possible to do it as fast as I do with my C button. So yeah, essentially, hold on, I could probably just open up a browser to, like, show the difference between one fingered, like, mashing and two fingered mashing. So, keyboard button CPS. A keyboard CPS test. And then I'm gonna go to the browser scene. And yeah, so I'm gonna put that on the Z key. And so yeah, so for example, with one finger, it is slower to do that. And as you can see, I can only really get, like, roughly 80, like, 80 inputs in. And that, of course, considering also stamina as well, is pretty difficult to do consistently. Like, let me try and get a better one. Yeah, roughly 70 to 80 keys, key inputs in like 10 seconds. And considering stamina is pretty difficult to contain. But if you do it with the two finger method that I explained, there should be, It's similar to the way that if you watch Ludwig does with the GameCube, like mashing. So it's kind of similar where you press the button, release it, and then with the right index finger lower it down. So you can way faster and way easier with much more stamina, like press the button faster. Like as you can see, I was like explaining for like 5 seconds, and the other 5 seconds I got 80 inputs in. So like let me do one with the full 10 seconds to show you the difference between doing it with one finger and doing it with both fingers, like 2 fingers. Like yeah, you can you can see the major difference it makes if you do it with both fingers. So I definitely recommend doing it with both fingers. Of course, if you are able to. Of course, sometimes the keys can be way too smaller than you might expect, and then it's not really that easy or possible to actually do that. That's hard to do on my laptop's keyboard. Yeah, I had a feeling because laptop keyboards are like extremely thin and such. And yeah, they're like pretty small, if I remember correctly. But yeah, essentially that is like, as you mentioned on the mechanical keyboard. What the fuck did I just press? I accidentally got to it. But yeah, but you did say you are getting or got a mechanical keyboard, so it should be easier to do that now. And yeah, pretty much one of the big time saves. And of course, I wish you best of luck. If you do still decide to try and go for the world record, I definitely give you best of luck on trying to get it. Because it's not easy now, because I like saved 3 seconds, but there's still many like places where there's many different places where it's still improvable. Like there's a full on half a second of improvement in the upper refuge because I fucked up the like menuing, the quick glitch. I want to get sub 20 at least. Yeah, sub 20, right? Sub 20 is a major like achievement already on its own. And considering that you would be the second person to get a sub 20 if you get a sub 20, of course. Like, that would be a major achievement on its own already. So yeah, I wish you the best of luck on getting the sub 20. It's of course, it will definitely be way easier than getting something like a 24, 25. Knowing from experience, it's a million times easier than getting a 24, 25 in NG and MG. I do not recommend you do NG and MG. Like, fuck that category. But yeah, I wish you the best of luck on getting the sub 2020. Anyway, we are nearing the end of today's stream. Now, of course, I will still reveal what kind of game we will be practicing to speedrun next week. But give me just a moment to check who we can raid. Once we finish the show off of what game we will be speedrunning next week. I mean, I guess we can see if we can raid Yumi Quinley. Actually, is there anyone else with less views we can raid? Potentially? We could raid... I mean, there's someone playing Battleship right now, so we can go ahead and then raid into them. Foof's the streamer. I don't remember where I recognize that name. I don't know where they come from, but I feel like I recognize their name from somewhere. Foofs the Streamer. There we go. Alrighty. Now, before we go ahead and finish today's stream, there's of course the big reveal. Which game are we going to go ahead and speedrun next week? That is the big reveal. And I can already see a prediction from Fend, which is Hunter Wilds or Monster Yvette. I assume those are predictions from Fend. But no, they're not gonna be those games. But hold on, let me get my rectifier. But yeah, so the big reveal. Which game is it gonna be? And the big reveal of which game is gonna be. Let me load the game up. Also hide the game. Because the starting screens will give away what game it is. If it loads in, of course. Damn. It froze. Give me a second. There we go. It's loaded in now. Let me go through all of the menuing. Going through all the menuing. Come on. Yeah, I know. No. Yep. Okay. The big reveal. This game that I'm gonna be starting to speedrun or practicing to speedrun next week for Sunday Run Day is gonna be a Space for the Unbound. We are gonna be practicing to speedrun a Space for the Unbound, meaning most of next week will be for the stream. Most of the streams next week are going to be setting up live split, making practice saves, so we can practice certain parts, certain sections, etc. And then do a full-on speedrun on Sunday Run Day to see how much the practice has actually done and what kind of time we will get. Haven't heard of this game? Space for the Unbound is essentially a really good story-rich, like... I don't know if it's a visual novel per se, but it's a really good, like, story, like, really story-rich game, which I've played before which I fully played on stream, and I really recommend you go ahead and check it out. But, yeah, we are going to be practicing and then doing a speedrun of the Space for the Unbound next week. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start to raid into Foos the Streamer. I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. We are going to be back next week with Mini Monday, and then most of the we're gonna be doing Mini Monday. I think on Thursday or Friday, get to work, and then of course Sunday running with everything else. And yeah, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I will see you all during the exciting next week, and goodbye.